Once you grasp this truth that I'm about to tell you, it'll set you free from religion. It'll set you free from parents and moms and family and governments and police, everybody. It'll set you free. And it's simply this: you are divine. God has exploded in a Crab Nebulae explosion, and he has come and manifested himself as billions of people. And you're one of you, and so am I. When I look at you, I see God. When you look at me, you see God. That's why God's name is I am. I am God. It doesn't mean that me, God. It means I am. When you say I am God, you have to say, what is God's name? I am. What? I am God. Oh my God, then all people, Christians run around, oh, I told you they think they're God. I don't think anything on the side. No, Jesus Christ said, the scripture says you are God, and the scripture cannot be broken. So he said it.
Yeah, like I'm not third album.
Peace, family. How you all doing? I hope all is well with you. My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of Ascendant Astrology, and I am your astrology coach. Today, we're going to be doing the weekly astrology for the 1st to the 7th. And starting with Monday, Moon in Capricorn. This will square the sun and the nodes. And so this could be very busy energy with Capricorn. We're talking about career, your status, and your emotions when you're talking about the moon around those things. Your emotional, your feelings about your Capricorn area of life. So this could be a lot of running around, working on your responsibilities and career, or thinking about it. In the public, it could be anything around government. And things might not go according to plan because it's a square, right? And so you could be so busy that you forget responsibilities, or you forget to do something that you needed to do, or you miss something and you have to go back. This is the day when Mercury retrograde starts. There could be glitches and blockages and things coming up that get in the way of you taking care of your responsibilities or running errands. And so it could be a bit frustrating and annoying with the retrograde. And then the moon will sextile Mercury. And so that's a positive aspect, which likely could mean whatever you have time to sit down and think. You could be doing a lot of visualizing, dreaming, or thinking about how you want to be a leader, what a leader looks like to you. Or this could just be apparent, to be honest with you. What it means to be a boss. You could be having some issues with a boss that puts you in this mindset of, if it was me, what would I do? This is also an energy of knowing to stay in your lane, and not get involved with things that you don't know much about. Or, recognizing that you're over your head with something or responsibilities, like this might be a little bit too much for me. I think I'm going to pass. And for that purpose, I think that's a positive thing. You can even be planning around those themes so that when Mercury does go direct, you can start taking action. That's probably the only positive thing about this day. Otherwise, it's just going to be really annoying. But like any typical Monday. And then Tuesday, the moon is still square the nodes. And so this could feel like something faded is happening. The moon will square Mercury. This could be questioning what's holding you back, Why can't I move forward? It could be really hard to relate emotionally. You can have a hard time meeting deadlines. And so that energy of Monday really does continue into Tuesday. And then the moon will square Chiron. And so again, this is more issues with bosses, appearance. And you might feel really drained from all of this busyness and everything that's probably going on, which can be really frustrating. And in the back of this, there's a buildup of Mars and Saturn getting ready to conjunct. Now, I did mention that I'm going to do another video on this in my video that won't be posted until tomorrow, but just keep in the back of your mind that Mars and Saturn is like going to feel like um, things are breaking down, um, things are dissolving, um, or that you have to end something. And this goes back to having that sextile energy from Monday is having or finding time to sit down and write out, whatever's coming up for you that's frustrating. How can you do better with whatever those things are that are coming up for you? And believe that something is possible and that you have to be strong. Be patient and think things through. Because this this Mercury retrograde energy can lead to issues that potentially do bring some things to an end and not in a not so good way. Even though I still think it is fated, however it plays out, but I'd like to think that if you had the information prior to, you'll stop and think before you act. And even if it does come to an end, you can still address things with some kind of, what's a good word? Tact, not tactless, with honor, standing 2 feet tall and be respectful as you can, with whatever the situation is coming up, and plan around that. You might be a little bit more serious about your goals and the things that you're planning and thinking, because it could be this energy of just really being fed up with whatever this is, because it really isn't going to be new. It's a retrograde, so this is going to feel like deja vu. It is going to feel like, didn't we already go through this? And you could really just be so over it that you don't want to hear about it, you don't want to talk about it. You just want it to get resolved. And because this might be out of your hands, it might not be that easy to resolve, or it's a continuation of frustration and annoyance because whatever it takes to resolve is resources that maybe perhaps you don't have access to for quite some time. Now, that's not going to be everybody's story, but that definitely can be a part of the situation. And then Wednesday, Venus will conjunct Neptune. And I do believe I talked about this energy already. I can't remember what, I think it was in the Libra eclipse video. Um, Venus and Neptune, again, is issues with cheating, finding out secrets, issues with people showing up the way they said they were, issues with people backing up their words and being honest and truthful, um, being catfished, starting to date somebody and realizing that it really is too good to be true. There's some things there that might need to be worked on, or maybe it's not worth working on at all, or there's some kind of drug addiction or mental health issues, or um, it could be things of that nature. Um, I think on the upswing to this is the energy of soulmates and soul contracts and twin flame energy. And so you could feel like you really have found your person and it's blissful, but Saturn is going to bring in some issues that challenge you to um, be a little bit more realistic and grounded and practical and um, have a plan, like talk things through, work things out, have plans for when and if things do break down. Just preparedness, um, to get through any storm, you know, however that might be showing up. Um, yeah. Um, this could be thinking about how you want to commit in relationships. How committed do you want to be? This could be sadness and grief and having to let go of some things like addictions or bad habits and patterns. Especially if you're incorporating somebody else in your world, in your life. It's like, I understand that that's how you are, but together it's frustrating me and it's not a benefit to me. And so, how can we come together to resolve this issue? And so this could be challenges around what can you do together as couples? What can you uh, do separate as couples and having those kinds of conversations. But this could also genuinely just be that you're letting go of old habits and patterns that don't serve you anymore. And incorporating more working out, going for walks, taking baths, self-care, self-love. It's very, very, very creative and being inspired creatively, having massive dreams that lead to some kind of creative project or just um answers. You get to solve problems in your dreams and um putting those things into action. This could be exciting and fun and new, playful, dancing, um planning a vacation or a retreat, um doing stuff by yourself, healing. Yeah. And then the moon will conjunct Pluto, which is very intense emotions and feeling a shift within that. This could be conspiracy um, themes coming up here, paranoia um, around a relationship, friends, your social life. And that's probably leading to you needing to let go of these any addictions that you might have, or again, patterns. The moon can be your daily patterns and habits, or your thought patterns that lead you to not trust people, or healing issues around needing to trust. And so dealing with trauma and deeply rooted things from your past, your childhood, um, being forced to understand those things on a deeper level, again, especially if you're bringing somebody into your life romantically, but even outside of that, it could be to have friends, right? If you're always thinking that your friends are doing something to you or laughing behind your back or making fun of you or jealous of you, um, well, how long do you really keep those friends? And so you have to get to the bottom of the root cause of the lack that you have, that you want to have, but you might always find that something negative or bad comes up in a way where it's like, I don't have any friends or I can't keep friends because shit always happens. Um, and so dealing with that and addressing that is going to be very important, really for the entire Pluto and Aquarius generation, but just for this day, for this moment, these could be things that are coming up where you're having like a realization of things. Another way this can be playing out is like doing the deep research and challenging yourself if you're not getting counseling or seeing a mentor or whatever, you have to educate yourself on these themes. So looking up what these themes and things kind of come from and doing your own research and healing from knowledge and education. And understanding, right? Just really understanding, wanting to understand, being open to understand. um, this could also be if two people are coming together, shared resources, um, having a will, having those kinds of conversations, setting those types of resources and stuff up, investing. What do you want to invest in? How are you guys going to use your money? Are you have your own money? You have your own money? Are you going to bring some things together? Like, what is that going to look like? Who's going to pay the bills? Who's, responsible for those types of things? Who has a better credit score? Who's going to ask for the loan if it's something that's needed? Just really understanding shared resource wise, how beneficial you are to each other within that concept. Those are going to be things that might come up and be discussed at this time or need to. Um, and then Thursday, the moon will conjunct the North Node. And um, this is like personal awareness where you need to grow, where you need to have courage, where you need to be brave in order to excel out of these things that can be coming up. So facing your fears to become who you are meant to be, right? The Aries eclipse is the new you, it's new energy. And so I feel like we've been breaking down the old us, and now we are realizing we're a completely new person. So making new memories, um, new career, new interests, or new way of being within the things that you're already involved in. And what does that look like? And starting to kind of build and create those memories together. Well, with yourself on this new journey. What are those things going to look like? I say plan them out. Not everybody's into that type of thing. Some people are okay with the unknown and just taking it a day at a time. And however it pans out, it pans out. Whatever works for you is going to be for you. But these are things that definitely can come up. Questions that can come up or things that come up to make you question these types of things. Um, and so what are your goals? Who are your friends? Where are your resources? And things of that nature. Who's your support system? Um, and making sure that you have some kind of self-care regimen in place. And then this moon will square Jupiter. So we might be a little bit more sensitive than normal this day, especially to what others have to say about these new goals and dreams that you're implementing in your life. But to be quite frank, I would do whatever you can to ignore that or don't involve people who are questioning your new path, because they might be people that clearly you need to let go of. I think the problem with this energy is that it can feel really, really big. Jupiter expands everything that it touches. And so take time, have your human experience, um, but make sure you rectify the situation. Don't sit in it. And especially if it's to the point where you're not moving forward with your new whatever because of what other people have to say about it. Because this isn't for them, it's for you. And so Friday, the moon will be in Pisces. This is opposite, and it'll be opposite Jupiter and Uranus, which is a growing anticipation that you're going to receive something or that something is coming. And you could actually receive a gift in some form or fashion. It could be of emotion, a kiss, somebody telling somebody that they love them for the first time, um, some kind of support or acts of service, um, especially because Venus enters Aries this day, and it's like this is self-love. Like, um, maybe the gift is you really get it, and you're like, I'm doing me. Like, I'm going to love on me unapologetically. Um, Yeah. I feel like I could say so much more about that, but I think that about covers it. And then Saturday, the moon and Mars and Saturn will be together. And so this is detoxing, um, feeling trapped. Um, be careful around water, storms, restrictions. This could be passion, dreams, or just simply getting ready for the eclipse, being more private, saying to yourself and preparing, meditating again on what you want out of this eclipse, because this is the week before the eclipse. And so this Saturday and Sunday is 2 days before the eclipse. And so preparedness to go inward and manifest. Um, and then Sunday, the moon in Aries will conjunct Venus. And this is just being focused on your own relationships, your own goals, and self-love. I feel like this is a typical Sunday, doing little things around the house and kind of whatever your preparedness is for the week, but with love in a very Venusian kind of way. Venus in Aries is very warrior-like. And so I feel like the best way to describe that is just being unapologetic about maybe perhaps not wanting to be bothered on a Sunday, or you plan something on Sundays that you do self-care wise, whatever that is for you. And this is the phone's off, nobody can get through, and you have things set up a certain specific way so that, you can have you time. Whether this is you by yourself or you with a significant other or you with your children or kids and family, uh, whatever it is. You could be sitting down working on a goal board, a dream board, writing out, your stuff and, taking time to do some reflective writing or whatever your process is that you're being led to do during this time. It could be coloring, painting, um, you know, whatever it is for you to do to bring in that Venusian loving, supporting energy. So not that bad. I feel like the first few days start off kind of crappy. The other 2 days can lead to even more crappier stuff, depending on where you are with this. But for the most part, these things are coming up for you to resolve, release, and let go, so that you can move into this newer energy. And that's the most important part. So I've seen worse weeks. As usual, family, I love and appreciate you. I hope you found this information helpful. Peace.